As you may have noticed, I take great pleasure in debunking fitness myth, which is why I'm back with episode 5. So let's get right into it with number 1, somatotypes. What exactly is a somatotype? It's a way of classifying body types, and more specifically, according to a theory, human metabolism, into 3 categories: endomorph, mesomorphs, and ectomorphs. Each is said to have different characteristics that supposedly influence the way you need to eat and train in order to obtain results. Let's be perfectly clear, these 3 categories are not real science. The theory has been created by a psychologist, not a biologist, not a doctor, not a coach, not a sports scientist. Now, the reason this topic might seem confusing is that yes, people do have different metabolisms, and if you eat and train the exact same as someone else, you probably won't get the exact same results. But human metabolisms don't neatly fit into the 3 made-up boxes. Everyone is unique. To simplify it, some people have naturally faster metabolisms and some naturally slower. The faster your metabolism is, the more calories you burn at rest. And the slower it is, the fewer calories you burn. So yes, some people may find it easier or harder to gain or lose weight, but this is never a life sentence. First, because your metabolism is not fixed. It changes with age, lifestyle, daily habits, and stress levels. Second, because no matter how fast or slow your metabolism is, it is always possible to gain or lose weight with the right training plan and a proper nutrition. And finally, because your metabolism does not have as massive an impact as people often believe. It's not going to make or break your goal by 2000 calories a day. Somatotypes are often used as excuses to justify a lack of progress or discipline. But instead of hiding behind them, take control. Stick to a proper training plan and diet over the long term and face challenges with accountability, not excuses. The second myth I want to tackle today is about weight training and growth. I still hear people say that children should not lift weights or it could stunt their growth. That is false, and let me explain why. First, weight training is not that different from other sports. If your child does track and field, running, jumping, throwing, they're already working their muscles and developing strength. The same goes for any other activity, running in basketball, sprinting in rugby, having contacts in handball. So why would weight training be the only one with negative effects? On top of that, there is zero scientific evidence proving that strength training negatively affects a child's growth. What actually matters is not the type of activity, but its intensity and volume. Experts agree that the only risk to growth from any sport comes from excessive training load, too much intensity or too many sessions, especially over the long term. To make it simple, your child can train any sport as long as he's not doing way too much. To be clear, I'm not talking about 3 weekly sessions with moderate intensity. The rare cases where growth was slightly affected involved months and even years of extremely intense professional level training imposed on kids, often in sports where early performance peaks were targeted, like gymnastics. And I'm not saying that gymnastics stunt growth. Even in those rare cases, studies show that any minor growth delay can be reversed once the training load is reduced or stopped. So no, your child won't stay 4 feet tall all of his life because he trained a sport or did a bit of weight training. Unless, of course, they're being trained like a professional athlete from age 5 to 13 without a break, which obviously is not recommended. But now, let's look at the benefits of physical activity for kids. Besides improving overall health, it strengthens their bones. Moderate impacts and resistance training help develop long-term structural resilience. It also boosts their physical fitness. Running, jumping, and playing are all part of a healthy childhood. On top of that, movement supports brain development, helps with socialization, stimulates the release of positive hormones, and teaches important values like respecting rules and others. Kids who get into sports early are also more likely to maintain a healthy lifestyle as they grow up. On the other hand, no physical activity at all can limit their physical development, reduce social interactions, and drastically increase long-term health risks. So let your child enjoy whatever sport they love for their happiness and well-being. And don't worry, training sports, including weight training, will not stunt their growth. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, suggestions, or anything else, feel free to drop a comment down below. And if you want to contact me straight through my social media, if you have a question or if you want to work with me as your strength and conditioning coach, the links of my social medias are in the description of the video. I'll see you next Sunday, and until then, train hard, stay consistent, and never forget, make yourself proud.